Well, good Monday morning. Whenever you're watching this, Pastor Scott again, and we're going to take a kind of a deeper look at the mercy of God. And we're going to look at Psalm 91. Now, I almost did Psalm 90, which is the Psalm of Moses, the only Psalm that Moses wrote. And he says this, Lord, you've been our refuge, our home throughout all the generations. Moses the wonder, he wrote that. The guy that really never had a home wrote that his home was with the Lord. But what I want to do is turn to Psalm 91. And I want to give you a thought, and we're going to read just the ending of Psalm 91, and you can look at it together, that what the heart is set on, the eyes will see. Now, I'm going to talk more about that next week in the talk on integrity. But what the heart is set on, the eyes will seek. Now, it says this. I'm going to read this to you and just let you ponder. And I'm going to give you 8 things real quick. Because God has set his heart on me, he set his heart on you. And this is what God says. I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls out to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and give him honor. I will satisfy him with a long life, and I will show him my salvation. Now I want to go through this list. Because God's heart is set on you, the Hesed, the believer, the set apart for God, here's what he says, I'm going to deliver you. That I'm not going to turn you over. I'm going to turn you into me. I'm going to deliver you. The other day, we were at our little girl's house, and the littlest one, little Lily, got in trouble. And she kind of stormed off crying, and she defiantly did what her daddy told her to do. And she was crying while she did it, and Gigi, her grandmother, was standing there. And after she finished, she cried. She just turned to Gigi and said, I want you to hold me, just hold me. Or actually said, hold you, like a 2-year-old will say. And so Gigi scooped her up, said, dry up, baby, I got you. Gigi delivered her. That's what God does for us. He says, I will protect you because you know my name. Now, it's not that the knowledge of God, and what the Hebrew writer said, not that I just know your name, I gnosos you, I know you from the intimate intertwining of my being. God knows your name and you know his name. When you call out to me, this is what he'll do. I will answer you. I will be with you. I will rescue you, and I will honor you. I've never thought about this before. We always talk about honoring the Lord. In fact, we say around our church, we exist to build lives that honor God. That means connect, grow, serve, share, and then honor God with our lives. But God honors us. He honors us by giving his life for us while we were still sinners. Christ died. He honors us by filling us with his life-giving spirit, that he gives us not only the will, but the desire to do what pleases him. That he does these things. He honors us. He said, I will honor you. And then he says, I will satisfy you. Do you ever live an unsatisfied life? Sure, you do. And nothing satisfies like Jesus. There's an old B.B. McKinney song, a hymn. He said, I am satisfied with Jesus. He's done so much for me. But the question comes to me when I think of Calvary, is my master satisfied with me? And the answer is yes, and only he can satisfy you. And then he says this, and I love this, and I will show you my salvation. And what he's saying is that after all of your life is done, I'll bring you home to me. That's the confidence of God. That is the mercy of God. And Psalm 91 illustrates that with purity and perfection. This is what God has for you. Live in these truths this week and be encouraged as you seek the heart of God. I hope this helps.